My name is Joe Russo from We're the Russos. My wife Kate and I have been on the road since 2015, and recently we moved into a truck camper. The good folks over at 4-Wheel Campers asked us to do a walkthrough of our 4-wheel camper Hawk Flatbed model, so that's what we're going to do today. This video is sponsored by 4-Wheel Pop-Up Campers. First, let's start off with the truck. We decided to go with a 2000 Ford F350 4x4 with the 7.3 liter diesel. We wanted to go with a 1-ton truck because since we live out of this full time, we needed something with the capacity to not only carry the camper, but all the stuff we bring with us on a normal basis. The foundation for the Hawk is the Norweld Tray. This is their 7-foot Weekender Deluxe with boxes. This tray is all aluminum. My favorite feature of it though, this huge slide out tray. We put a lot of our things like our portable solar panel, the stirrup step to get into the camper, and a number of other things in here that we access all the time. So I love all the storage that this tray provides, and it's a great accessory for the camper itself. When we bought our camper, we actually took our truck to 4-Wheel Campers, and they're the ones who did the installation of the Norweld and then the camper itself. And we were extremely happy with how well they were able to get this mounted and get everything dialed into our specific truck. The reason we decided to go with the flatbed over a slide-in model is since we live out of this full time, the flatbed model gives you a lot more floor space. You don't have to worry about the wheel wells or the sides of the pickup bed. This makes the most out of a small space. And for us, it's great because we're not bumping into each other when we're trying to walk past each other. There's a lot more storage in here and it just feels more open to us. As I'm going through the interior of our Hawk, I'm going to talk about all the different options that we picked, because if you go to 4-Wheel Campers website, they have a lot of different options for all of these campers. And one feature I really like about their page is as you're building your camper and picking out the options you want, it'll actually show you what the weight is of each option. And for example, with everything we picked in here, our Hawk weighs 1,640 pounds. Since we are living out of this full time, we also decided to go with the interior shower option. That adds a lot of utility for Kate and myself when we're off grid. And this is the shower area. Down below is where the shower wand plugs in. This is the shower basin where all the water drains out of the camper. And then the curtain itself actually attaches to these black clips up on the ceiling. And then that clip there is where the shower head attaches to. All you have to do is hang the curtain down into the basin and you are good to go. Now the dinette itself, the table moves around. You can bring it up or down or take it out completely. For example, if you're taking a shower, you'll take the table out. This also converts into a bed. So the table comes down, becomes a platform, and then you flatten out all of these cushions to make a nice sized bed for an adult or maybe a child or two. The nice thing with this bed is that you can actually use it if the top is down and you don't want to have to put the top up at night. Now let me show you the storage in the dinette area. On both sides of the dinette, these cushions lift up and there's this large area underneath for storage. The nice thing with the flatbed is that this goes all the way down to the bottom. Also in this side is an option that we chose, a 2000 watt pure sine inverter that powers all of the outlets in the camper. Over here, we have 2 USB plugs, a 12 volt outlet, and a readout for the battery voltage, a 120 outlet, and all of the light switches along with the control for the on-off switch of the inverter. Now this is something we did ourselves. These are L-tracks with little rings that we can hook things onto. We use them for securing things as we're going down the road. And on our YouTube channel, we will be making some videos about all the modifications we've done to our camper. 4-wheel campers does offer a cassette toilet option that would normally go here. We asked them not to install the cassette, but to build the box for it because we installed our own toilet. This is the Thetford Curve. It's a cassette style toilet with a cassette on the bottom that holds 5.5 gallons of waste. We like it. We've used it in the past, so that's what we wanted to go with. In this cabinet, we went with the lithium battery option and decided on 3 Battleborn 100 amp hour batteries. These are charged either by the vehicle as we're driving down the road or the 2 160 watt solar panels we opted for on the roof. This step up into the bed is also a great place to sit when you're having people over or you just want to sit across from each other and not in the dinette. So we opted for the cushion. Underneath the cushion is the brains of the operation. That is the Redarc Manager 30. It operates the solar coming in, the charge coming from the truck, the charging if you're plugged into shore power, and everything else electrically in here runs through the Manager 30. So that is a great system to have. Behind that is the 20-gallon water tank. And one option I didn't mention before, on the Norweld Tray itself, we also have a 43-liter auxiliary water tank, which some people choose to turn into a gray tank. We decided to leave it as an auxiliary water tank. Storage in here, drawer, more storage. And up here is actually the control panel for the Redarc that as you scroll through the different things, it'll show you your battery level, how much solar you have coming in, how much power you have coming in from, let's say, shore power or your truck. It'll show you where the power is going and how much you're using, and different options. For the kitchen, we went with the flush mounted sink and 2-burner gas stove. For the refrigerator, we decided to go with the 85-liter isotherm. It has plenty of room for us, as well as a small freezer. And the reason we decided to go with the mid-size refrigerator is we wanted the storage underneath. This is where we keep some of our cast iron, our pots, food, and various things. Now, to give you an idea of how high this ceiling is, I am 5'11", and there is plenty of room in here for me to stand. When the roof is down, I can actually sit at this cushion, come in here, make coffee, and do things. And the camper is still usable when you have the top down, which is a feature we really like. Because if we're doing a long drive, we can pull over on the side of the road, come in here, use the bathroom, make a cup of coffee, grab some snacks, and then go right back to driving. Now the bed, this is actually a bit larger than a residential full. Standard, these come with a queen size extension, so you pull that out, it sits on these rails, but we decided we didn't need it, so we left that out. They also offer an option for a king size bed, and that actually, I think it comes out to about here. And that would allow you to sleep front to back if you didn't want to have to crawl over your partner to get out of bed. One of our favorite features in this camper is the underbed storage. There is a lot of room in here. It goes pretty deep and you can fit a lot of stuff in here. And this is actually unique to the flatbed campers. Above the bed, there is a vent that we can open. There is an option to put a fan in there, but we have a fan here, which is more than enough for us. Around the camper, there are 4 LED lights. They are dimmable and just an easy tap to go on and off. So I closed this window to show you how this all works. We went with the optional thermal pack. This goes around the camper, adds extra insulation for cold or heat, which is essential for us since we are in this year round. This outside layer comes down to access the windows. The windows have this blackout shade, which keep all the light out and in. Open that so you can see out of the window. Now this window has this clear covering over that'll keep the air out, but if you do want air, bring that down and now you have a nice airflow coming in and out of the camper. One interesting thing is we've been in a lot of thunderstorms in these and found that as long as you just seal up this Velcro nice and tight during the rainstorm, for the most part, you're not going to get any water in. We haven't had any problems yet. That's not to say that water can't get in, but for the most part, these are pretty good. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that we have in here. Let's go outside and we'll show you some of the options we picked for the exterior. To get in and out, we opted for the scissor steps, as well as this giant beer can opener. This is a stirrup step that is made for the Norweld Tray. It just slides in and clips on anywhere around the tray. And it's great because it can be a quick in and out for the camper, or if you're parked someplace where someone's right next to you, you don't have to deploy the stairs. Another feature we got are these sidewall steps to help us get up to the roof if we ever have to. Propane tanks are in here, optional LED lighting, and then this nice manual Fiamma awning. At the back of the camper, we opted for this rack. A lot of people use this to mount Max Tracks or extra fuel or water cans. We really haven't done anything with it yet. At the top, we got these LED floodlights, and I kind of wish we got some floodlights on the side as well. These put out a lot of light, are nice when you're coming into a deserted area at night. So that is our four-wheel camper flatbed Hawk. If you want to see more and learn how we're using it, head over to our YouTube channel. We also put together a very detailed article on our website, we'retherussos.com, that outlines all of the features and options we chose for our Hawk. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.